everyone, my name is Stanley St. Rose, and today we're going to be talking about A Woman's Beauty, Put Down or Power Switch, written by Susan Sontag. Now, before I go into summary analysis of this work, please remember to leave a like, subscribe, and or comment so that the channel can continue to grow. So, with this work, Susan Sontag is talking about the way that society looks at women, and basically she's saying that beauty is something that can be used in a way that can give women power, or it could also be used in a way that could be oppressive towards women. And she even goes back to the ancient Greek, and she kind of like tells us about how beauty was a very important thing for both men and women at that time. But today, beauty is something that's specifically for women, and women literally they'll do anything to be beautiful or to be considered as beautiful. Um, and it's something that she's saying that could potentially be a problem. And what she's saying by this is, first of all, let's start with the words. Handsome is how we describe men, and for most countries, most cultures around the world, when you're talking about men, you're most likely going to use handsome. But for women, beautiful is what we use, and it's quite rare that you name a man beautiful. There are some cultures where it's common to call men beautiful, but not in all cultures. And Susan Sontag is kind of saying that women, no matter what they do, no matter who they are, no matter where they go, their beauty is always going to be in question. Their beauty is always going to be something that they have to keep up. And that's something that can be oppressive in of a sense, because when you live your life dependent on how people see you, it can impact you psychologically. It can impact you socially, because for women, you always have to be measuring yourself in the eyes of society. Do you have the right body type? Do you have the right color for your hair? Is your hair beautiful? Is your face beautiful? Is what you wear beautiful? Is your body type right? Is your body type a body type that society wants, or a body type that society appreciates? So Susan Sontag, she goes into all of this, and saying that for some women, beauty can be powerful, beauty can be used for them to advance themselves, but at the same time, beauty can be used to keep women down, in the sense that you're so focused on how you look, you're so focused on how others see you, that they start to look at you as an object that represents beauty rather than a whole human being. So, in of a sense, to a certain point, women just become objects of beauty rather than human beings. Because for men, you can say a man is handsome, that speaks to his masculinity. But after that, if we're talking about men, if they're a doctor or a lawyer, you're gonna focus on that. If they're a profession that's successful, you're gonna focus on that. But for women, even if the woman is a doctor or a lawyer or whatever she is, even if she's successful, she's still going to be expected to remain beautiful. If your doctor is a man and he's overweight and he's not the most handsome, person in the hospital, you're still probably going to accept his services if he's a great doctor, if he's a good doctor. But for a woman, no matter what, if a female doctor comes before you and she's just not pretty and she's just not attractive, I mean, if she's a good doctor, you're still going to accept her work, but at the same time, you're going to judge her more harshly than you would a male, because society just expects women to be beautiful. Society just expects women to be attractive, and if you don't meet those standards, you're going to be judged. Now, there are some benefits to beauty. Beauty can be used to get what you want. Beauty can be used to make people bend to your will. But at the same time, people can use it to oppress you and to keep you down. So Susan Sontag kind of gives us a call to action, kind of saying, is there a different way we can portray beauty, or is there another way we can shape beauty so that women can be in control of it rather than society being in control of it? Because from birth to death, women are constantly judged on how they look by their family members, their friends, and the men that they go after, because of the fact that you're always on display. You're always on this pedestal where you have to display your body and yourself and your face and your hair. And the thing is, like most women, they would do anything to be beautiful because beauty just means a lot for women, and it's something that society glorifies on in movies, in magazines, in media, everywhere. Beautiful women are portrayed on all types of magazine covers and all types of pictures. If you don't have the body structure, the hourglass like structure, you're not considered as the most beautiful woman in society, and that's something that can impact how a person thinks about his or herself, how your mood is and how your attitude is. Because if you go throughout life thinking that you're ugly and you're not attractive and there's nothing you can do to change that, it's going to impact your self-esteem and how you feel about yourself. So beauty it plays a huge role in society, and it heavily impacts women more than men. And it wasn't always like this, but when you look at society, you look at things like beauty pageants. There are no beauty pageants for men. There are no beauty pageants. I've never seen or heard of a beauty pageant for men, but there are beauty pageants all over the world for women. And the thing is, like, beauty pageant, the only thing it's glorifying or the only thing it's praising is how you look. One thing I never get. I mean, it's a swimsuit section of a beauty pageant that's just about body type and how your body fits a swimsuit. That has nothing to do with you. So, in when you look at things like that, you look at beauty pageants, you look at how we praise women's bodies and not the person. You can see how societies all over the world objectify women, and by objectifying women to just be beauty symbols, you forget about the person, and that's where the oppression comes in, and that's where you can undermine someone because you see their beauty before their intelligence, before their character, before who they are. So that's one way to look at Susan Sontag's essay. Now, in terms of analysis, in terms of the deeper meaning within this essay, you have to look at just how this has transpired throughout the centuries. Women are just were expected to stay at home and to take care of the kids and to do what their husbands want. And so there's this expectation that kind of grew over time where, since you have time, since you're at the home, why don't you make your hair look more beautiful, you make your face look more beautiful. So society can impact women, how they feel about themselves and how they feel about who they are, because no matter what the accomplishment that they make, no matter what they do, no matter where they go, they'll always be in this box where, if they're not beautiful, society will always be in the place where they're going to criticize them because they just don't fit into the expectations of society. So it's a very interesting piece where men are just they're just not looked at that way. But women, no matter what you do, no matter who you are, if your body type is not what society expects, if your face is not what society expects, you're always going to be judged and looked down upon. And it's something that speaks to self-esteem again, and how you see yourself, and it impacts a lot of people because we see in the first world how women have gone to extremes, such as all types of body modifications to meet the societal standards of beauty. And those standards of beauty can be quite damaging in terms of a person's mental health and physical health. And a lot of women have died trying to reach those beauty standards of society because they want to be praised, they want to be put in that pedestal. But that pedestal is not for everybody. And beauty is something, you can't categorize it. You can't just put it into a box and say this is what it is. Beauty comes in many different ways and shapes. But society has not caught up to that ideal or to that theory of beauty. So that's my summary and analysis. Please remember to leave a like, subscribe, and or comment, and I'll see you guys in my next video.